white, which thank God for that shit, boy. That is a huge leg up. Are you kidding me? Oh, God, I love being white. I really do. Seriously, if you're not white, you're missing out because this shit is thoroughly good. But let me be clear, by the way. I'm not saying that white people are better. I'm saying that being white is clearly better. Who could even argue? If it was an option, I would re-up every year. Oh, yeah, I'll take white again. Absolutely. I've been enjoying that. I'm going to stick with white. Thank you. Here's how great it is to be white. I could get in a time machine and go to any time, and it would be fucking awesome when I get there. That is exclusively a white privilege. Black people can't fuck with time machines. A black guy in a time machine is like, hey, anything before 1980? No, thank you. I don't want to go. But I can go to any time. The year 2? I don't even know what's happening then. But I know when I get there, welcome, we have a table right here for you, sir. Thank you. Oh, it's lovely here in the year 2. I can go to any time. In the past, I don't want to go to the future and find out what happens to white people because we're going to pay hard for this shit. You got to know that. We're not going to just fall from number 1 to 2. They're going to hold us down and fuck us in the ass forever. And we totally deserve it. But for now, whee! Now, if you're white and you don't admit that it's great, you're an asshole. It is great. And I'm a man. How many advantages could one person have? I'm a white man. You can't even hurt my feelings. What can you really call a white man that really digs deep? Hey, cracker. Oh, ruined my day. Boy, shouldn't have called me a cracker. Bringing me back to owning land and people. What a drag. I am married, though. That takes me down a few pegs. The other night, my wife sent me to Walgreens to get toilet paper because we were out of toilet paper because I had thrown it all in the garbage so I could get out of the house. So I'm driving to Walgreens. It was nighttime, and I'm driving, and then I see a deer, and fucking hate deer. I hate them because they're everywhere up there. I used to live in the city, and I loved deer then because I was this liberal in the city, and I'd see deer, and you know, you're driving with your friends out to the country, and you see a deer, and everybody's like, oh my God, turn off the car, don't scare the deer. It's just so beautiful. Look at the beautiful deer. Look how he looks around. It's just so mysterious and beautiful. God gave us a gift, everybody. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the gift of the beautiful deer. But now I live, and deer are in my fucking yard every day, and they suck. They're just rats with hooves. They don't matter. They have ticks that give you Lyme disease, and they shit everywhere, and they make a noise. Did you know that? They go, oh, they're assholes. They're shit animals. I go out every morning and throw rocks at them, and I try really hard to hit them on the head with rocks. And they don't care. They're like, they don't care. I don't have a gun, but if I did, I would shoot a baby deer in the mouth and feel nothing. I wouldn't feel anything. I just go, oh, look, he's dead. That's interesting. I guess that's what happens when you shoot him in the fucking mouth. I go out of my way to kill a deer. I would happily blow 20 guys in an alley with bleedy dicks so I could get AIDS and then fuck a deer and kill it with my AIDS. I would do that in a second. I mean it. I mean it. So I see this deer, and this is how dumb these deer... I hit him with the headlights, and he does that whole thing. And then he won't just go. He's like, can I go? Is it okay if I go? Like and I'm like, fucking go! You're gonna go! He's like, can I fucking go? I'm like, just go! And then I tried kind of getting away from him, and then I see him, and he looks at me, and he panics. I swear, and he ran and smashed his body into my fucking car. Like, just fucking destroyed my mirror, just shattered my mirror, broke his neck. I heard him break his own fucking neck, and then he just dragged his stupid deer head into the woods, and he died. And I'm glad he's dead. I was glad right away. I got out of my car, I did, and I yelled into the woods, I'm glad you're dead, you fucking idiot! I hope your dear wife finds you dead and dies of a broken heart. Hope your dear baby starved to death. You broke my mirror, you faggot, cunt, nigger deer. Because I need to come. I need to. Coming is a need. I came the first time when I was 12, and I haven't skipped a day. I come every day. And I've fucked maybe 20 times in my life, so it's just been me doing most of the work. And I really, I jerk off way too much, and it upsets me. I don't know why. Maybe it's because it's so selfish. I don't know what it is, but I know it's bad. I know I'm hurting somebody somewhere. There's something wrong with it. Like, I was thinking the other day that you can figure out how bad a person you are by how soon after September 11th you masturbated, like how long you waited. And for me, it was between the two buildings going down, so I had the feeling I had to do it. I had to, otherwise they win. That's the way I was looking at it at the time. This is a strange time for all of us.
It's pretty good. And I've wasted a lot of time just being angry at people I don't know. It's amazing how nasty we can get as people, depending on the situation. Like, most people are okay, as long as they're okay. But if you put people in certain contexts, they just change. Like, when I'm in my car, I have a different set of values. I am the worst person I can be when I'm behind the wheel, which is when I'm in my most dangerous. When you're driving, that's when you need to be the most compassionate and responsible of any other time in your life, because you are fucking driving a weapon amongst weapons. And yet it's the worst people get. And I am the worst. One time I was driving, and there was a guy ahead of me, and he he sort of drifted into my lane for a second, and this came out of my mouth. I said, worthless piece of shit. I mean, what an indictment. What kind of a way is that to feel about another human being? Worthless piece of shit. That's somebody's son. And things I've said to other people. I was once driving, some guy in a pickup truck remember even, and I yelled out my window. I said, hey, fuck you! Where outside of a car is that even nearly okay? If you were in an elevator and you were like right next to a person's body and whatever, like he leaned into you a little bit, would you ever turn right to their face and go, hey, fuck you? Worthless piece of shit. No. Literally 0 people would ever do that. But put a couple of pieces of glass and some road between you, there's nothing you would not say to them. I hope you die. I said that to a person. I hope you die. Why? Because you made me go like this for half a second of my life. You tested my reflexes and it worked out fine! So now I hope your kids grow up motherless! I mean, what am I capable of? I'd like to think that I'm a nice person, but I don't know, man. Road, but I envy them on this level, that they figured out what's going on with them and they fixed it.
What an amazing gift to know what the fuck is wrong with you. Who else gets to have that? It's just a mushy, I don't fucking have any idea. I would give $1 million to just wake up, oh, I'm an owl. That's what the thing is. I just gotta blink slow and eat a mouse. Because life is very confusing. Even I'm 49 years old and I haven't found a cruising altitude to my identity. I'm still fucking confused. I get new feelings and they upset me. I don't like new feelings. I want to know what I like and get it and just die. That's what I want to do at this point. Like, I have a weird relationship with this movie that's on cable sometimes. It's called Magic Mike. You ever seen this movie? Magic Mike. For those of you watching this on video many years from now, Magic Mike was a movie about male strippers starring Matthew McConaughey and Channing Tatum when it was made, from whatever you're watching. But anyway, we had a whole other thing going on. This building's not here anymore. But you're watching it on a dusty thing, and it's all rubble. And you're watching this. I don't know why you're watching this out of everything. But when things were real easy, we made movies like Magic Mike. It's just a nice movie about men who strip. And every time I'm flipping around and it comes on, I always stop. And then I play a little game of chicken with this movie. I stop because it's a good movie. It's well made, directed by Steven Soderbergh, good director. And so I get into it, I get into the story, and then they start stripping. And then I start having all these feelings. My face gets a little hot. At first I just get hostile for no reason. I go, fucking hate. But then there's one part of the movie that I like. I have a favorite part of Magic Mike. Matthew McConaughey, he's wearing leather pants, no shirt, and he goes,
the law says you cannot touch, but I think I see a lot of lawbreakers out there.
I guess that. It's like perfect. It's the way he rolls out of him.
I think I see a lot of lawbreakers out there.
I just really like that. I like it. And when the movie comes on, I'm always like, all right, this gets to where he says that. And then he says it, and I'm like, fucking good. That's really good. I like it a lot. Here's how much I like it. I don't really do impressions, and I kind of nail that one because I think about it all the time. I'm walking around my house like,
law says you can't touch. Law says you can't touch.
And I go up to my dog,
but I think I see a lot of lawbreakers right here.
I like that part. And then after he says it, all these strippers come on, Matthew McConaughey, all these strippers, Channing Tatum comes out, fucking. And then I go like, fuck, and then I have to stop. Because I'm starting to get a feeling. I'm just starting to get like a feeling. It's not a boner. It's not a boner. But I can feel my dick starting to turn over a little bit. Just starting to... You know when you can feel your dick kind of unfold? It's like a pool toy that's been blowing up for a while. The wrinkles are starting to come out. It's taking shape. Like... Just that early. My dick's just waking up. What are you guys doing here? Anyway, I've never watched the whole movie. I've never seen Magic Mike in its entirety. Because I don't want to see it. I don't want to see the end of Magic Mike. I know what the end of Magic Mike is. I'm pretty sure that the end of Magic Mike is that I'm gay. Pretty sure that's how it ends. I don't want to see the ending. I want to stay like this. You know why? Because I'm 49 years old. I don't want to enter the gay community now. This is not the version of me that's going to have an awesome time as the new gay guy. So fuck that. And that's my right, by the way, because that's about me. That is my life. I would never discriminate against another person for being gay. I wouldn't dream of it, but I have every right to oppress and discriminate against my own possible budding homosexuality. That's mine to just violently push down. Like it's a dude I'm trying to make blow me right now. And you know, I haven't become like generally attracted to men. I'm not sexually attracted to men. Just Matthew McConaughey and Channing Tatum. Those two guys? Fuck. Seriously. And he's like, just fucking sexy. And Channing, kind of dumb face, like oh shit. Oh, fuck. I like it. But men in general, I'm not into it. It's just these, you know what I think it is I'm only gay for the best. I'm top shelf gay. I'm not retail gay, you know what I mean? I'm not off the rack gay. I'm not gonna go to JCPenney's and suck a bunch of dicks. I'm gonna go to Neiman Marcus and get the signature collection. Platinum dick. The best. The best dick. Because I'll try the best anything. If it's the best one, I'll try it. Like, I don't like cognac. I would never buy a bottle of Hennessy and keep it in my house. But I had never tried the best cognac. If somebody was like, would you like to try this cognac? This cognac was 500 years old, 300 years ago. Like, yeah, fucking give me that. I want to go to a Kenyan restaurant. I know all the foods that I like. But if somebody was like, this is the best Kenyan restaurant, it takes 6 months to get a reservation, I can get you in. They fly live turtles in. And you bite off its screaming face while it's alive. And every turtle you eat is the last of his species. Can't wait to eat that fucking turtle. I'm gonna end his people with my mouth. The best, I'll try it. If somebody was like, we have a guy here, he has the best dick. The best dick ever. His dick has been soaking in olive oil since he was 5 years old. We've been feeding him nothing but butter and penises his whole life. He is the best dick, and you can suck it right now. Well, let me see it. Can I see it? Can you take it out? It's my favorite thing now. Fuck, I shouldn't have looked at it. Just bring it closer. I don't know what I'm going to do, but bring it closer, please. I think at that point you put it in your mouth, right? If you're looking at the best dick ever and you're not sure, You want to suck it? Just put it in your mouth. And then decide. Just for like 20 seconds. That's a long time. That's 20 seconds. That's a long time to have a dick in your mouth that you're ambivalent about. It's 20 seconds. If you have a dick in your mouth for 20 seconds, you are not deciding. 20 seconds. I'll show you. This is 20 seconds with a dick in your mouth.
Your new show, Horace and Pete.
Yeah.
And what's stunning is I've been watching this show. The people you got to be in the program, the actors are of the highest caliber. You've
That's
really
right.
got these fantastic people.
Steve Buscemi
Yeah.
and Edie Falco and I play siblings. Mm-hmm. And then Alan Alda plays our uncle.
Yeah.
And Jessica Lange plays our dead father's girlfriend.
Right. Right.
I mean, they, you know, she was his girlfriend before he died.
Yes.
When he died, she broke up with him.
Yeah. The show isn't that dark.
No, she's not dating him. But, Adie Bryant, yeah, they're all great.
Terrific
great
actors and some great cameos from people that I didn't expect to see. Yeah. And one of the things that amazed me is that you got Alan Alda, who for my money, not only, I will say this, one of the nicest people I've ever met in show business, but also just brilliant. I love him in everything he does, including your show. And then I'm surprised to learn that Alan Alda was not your first choice.
No, I wrote it for Joe Pesci. Like, that was in my mind, was Joe Pesci in a TV show playing this guy.
There he is. There's the iconic Joe Pesci. I'm not in Louis.
So I wrote it, and I had his voice in my mind, and I called my manager. Dave Becky has a special talents where she can get phone numbers of people. He can just get a phone number.
You can just say to him, get me
this person's phone number.
Dalai Lama.
He's batting at 100.
Yeah.
1,000. Whatever.
Yeah.
100's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's batting
it's
at 1,000.
It's really shitty if he's batting 100.
Worst.
1 out of every 10.
Yeah. That's
right.
Dave Becky for you. Batting 100.
Batting 100. He's batting 1,000. And one of them, I said to him, Joe Pesci's phone number. So he said, I'll work on it. And it took a couple of weeks, but then I got it. So I left a message for him. I said, hi, my name's Louis C.K. You don't know me. I'm a comedian. I'm making a TV show. I want to talk to you about it. So nothing. And then 2 weeks later, I get this call. Hey, Louis, it's Joe Pesci. I'm like, holy shit. And I was driving, so I pulled over because I was afraid I would get in an accident from excitement to talk to Joe Pesci.
Right.
And he said, so I don't know who you are. Never heard of you.
Really?
Yeah, he goes, but a friend of mine put some stuff in front of me when I got your call. And he goes, first of all, I'm not doing your show. But anyway. He says, the first thing I saw was some stand-up. I'll tell you right now, quit that, because you're no good at that.
He said that?
Yeah, he said, I can tell it's something you're trying out. It's not for you. And but I saw some stuff of your acting, and it was okay. But I'm not interested in being in your show. I just thought I'd give a courtesy call. And I said, well, give me a minute to pitch you, to make you want to do it. I said, look, just let me send you the scripts. I think you'll like this part. He said, yeah, but I don't want to hurt your feelings if I don't like the scripts. And I said, well, I've been a comedian for 30 years. You can't hurt my feelings. And he goes, you're not so much a comedian as you think you are, pal. He just thinks I suck.
Yeah.
He thinks I suck. It's his prerogative. But anyway, I went down to his house and met him, and he told me a lot of really harsh things about myself. And but he liked the writing. He turned out to be a very sweet guy, and I got to be pals with him. But he won't be on the show.
Yeah.
He said I think the show's going to be very successful, so I don't want to do it.
That's funny because he doesn't really do any. I mean,
he's a private guy, and he only does things that he really wants to do. So he just decided not to do it. He chewed on it for a while, and I got to know him, which was a great thing. He's a nice guy.
I have this friend, he has a phone that can IM, he can instant message, and so now I really want him to die because I'm sick of getting these fucking messages from him on his phone. I'm in a shoe store. That's the whole message. We're not secret agents. I don't need to know where you are. So I get this message from him. He says, I'm on an airplane in Seattle. So I wrote back and I said, well, I hope your plane crashes.
And he gets pissed off and he calls me, take it back, we're about to take off. I'm like, fuck you, I hope it crashes. I don't have to take it back. Hope it crashes twice. Hope it crashes and kills Haffy and they go, fuck it, let's try again, and they take off and crash again. I hope that happens. Sincerely, I hope it. And he tries to make, he goes, well, how are you going to feel now if my plane crashes after you went and said that? I'm like, are you shitting me? That would be amazing. To know that I can do that? I'd happily trade your life for knowledge of my powers. He's one of those guys who just makes you hate him because, you know when you have a friend that you hate, you can't break up with your friends, you know? He always starts conversations that I don't want to have. You know, he's like, hey, what would you do if you had a time machine? I'm like, fuck you. I don't... You know what? I wouldn't use it. I just let it sit in my house. I'd put a drink on it. And yeah, I got a time machine. I never even wanted it. I don't know. I'm not interested. I'd use it to go back 30 minutes ago and punch you in the fucking face before you asked me that. That's all. One use. So he goes, well, here's what I would do. Because, of course, that's the whole fucking point of asking me, is to stare at me while I say mine and then say his. So he said if he had a time machine, he would kill Hitler. Like, he would go back and kill Hitler. I love that he thinks he can just kill Hitler just because he just goes back there and walk up and kill the dude. And I was thinking, that's a noble purpose for a time machine. I would do it, but I would have gone back then, but I wouldn't have killed Hitler. I would have raped him. That's what I thought. Because I think that would have been enough. I think that would have stopped him from doing all that shit. If he had been raped by me, he never would have pulled any of that stuff, man. Should we invade Poland? No, I'll just take a shower. I don't feel good. He would have... Low self-esteem and, you know... I'm not condoning rape, obviously. You should never rape anyone. Unless you have a reason, like you want to fuck somebody and they won't let you, in which case, what other option do you have? How else are you supposed to have an orgasm in their body if you don't rape them? I mean, what the fuck?
Anyway, I was watching the election bullshit, and I don't think either of these guys should be president, and because they're both rich. And I have a problem with that, because rich people don't know what it's like to be anything but rich. They have no idea, but see, poor people know what it's like to be rich. They know exactly what it's like, because they got it all worked out in their heads what it's going to be like when they're rich. Every detail. I'm going to live in a chocolate house, and I'm going to wipe my ass with live rabbits, and the whole fucking thing. But rich people don't fantasize about being poor. Why would they? Oh, I'm going to have to wait in line and take the bus. The bus is when you're really, that's when you know you're poor again. That's the fucking word. Fuck. I'm on the bus again. At least you can get off the bus. The subway, sometimes you get trapped down there, man. I never know where the fucking train is going. I have no idea where I'm going to end up when I get on a train. I get on the train, they make announcements, there's a dot on the side, but none of it adds up, really. The guy's like, this is a C train, but we're not making any C stops. If you want to go to 40, look, get the fuck off the train, first of all. We're not going wherever you're going. Get off. And everybody's like, ah, shit! So you see everybody break out of their trance. You know, they're all sitting there, and I gotta see, ah, fuck, motherfucker! That's where everybody loses it. I actually saw this. There was a guy who's like a priest, like one of these crazy, like homeless priests with a Bible saying, Jesus gave so that we could all have love, and ladies and gentlemen, this train is going out of service. Oh, motherfucking cunt! Jesus Christ! Fucking whore! Fucking bullshit! The worst is when they go express, like on a whim. They just decide, let's not stop anymore. This stopping is no fun. Let's just go until we hit a wall or something. And they tell you as the doors are closing, next stop 205th Street.
then you got to try to act like not one of the people that shouldn't be on the train. You know. Oh, that's great. It's good. It's good. I want to get there quicker. Yeah, that's right where I'm headed. It's good news. You got to do that. You can't go, oh my God! I don't belong on this train! Help me! I'm afraid of that area! All these just other people moving their wallets to the front pockets. Just going, what the fuck else? Fucking things. All right, I'm ready. It's a weird fear that, well, white people have. Nobody who's not white is at all afraid. I swear to God. No, I don't know that. But I know that all white people are because it's like an automatic fear. Most white people live in New York all their lives, never go to Harlem, never even see it. It's like a beautiful place, never fucking see it. Because they're certain that as soon as you go to Harlem, someone immediately murders you. Like it's just an automatic, someone just stabs you right in the face the instant you fucking cross 125th Street. Hey, how you doing? There you go. You know, that's all people in Harlem do. They just stand there waiting. They don't have like busy lives or social lives. They just stand there waiting for lost white people to kill when they get there. People are so uptight about race, you know. But one thing you can say racially that nobody ever gets offended is white trash. It's the one term that when you use it, nobody gives a shit. When you say white trash, nobody ever goes like, hey man, come on, why are you guys talking like that? That's not cool. Nobody defends white trash. You could be talking to the most liberal hippie in the world. Hey, I saw this guy, he was white trash. I'll go, ha, fuck that guy. White trash piece of shit. Those people are hilarious. They're starving to death and live in trailers. Let's go shit right in their faces right now. I was in upstate New York recently, and people in upstate New York, pretty much all their lives are just shit there. I don't know if you've been up there, but you ever just drive through a whole town and they go, man, everybody's life sucks here. You can tell because if you drive through a town where people's lives are okay, they're walking around, they're doing stuff. You're going through these towns upstate New York, people are just standing in front of their houses like... I saw this guy with his sign. I was at a red light in this town in upstate New York, and the sign said, honk if you love America, right? And I'm looking at the guy, and well, who is this guy? What is he doing? He's just standing there. Where the fuck is that's his day? He went out and that's what he decided to do today? What kind of a day is that? And he looks at me and he's like angry because I haven't honked yet. And he's like, come on, honk, motherfucker. And he's like, oh, pissed off. And I decided, you know what? I'm not honking. Fuck him. Fuck him. He doesn't get to decide this rule. Who gave him the right to decide this, that the fucking... Fuck you. What if I go up to him with a t-shirt that says, lick my balls if you love Jesus? Come on, man, you gotta do it! What are you, a Jew? Lick him! Thanks a lot, folks. Good night. Enjoy the rest of the
to make them polite people, you know? Like they teach them that there's words you shouldn't use. There's bad words. Don't use the bad words. I can't teach my kids that because I do this for a living. But I didn't want my kids to be, you know, assholes. So I used to tell them, like, okay, look, there's no bad words. There's no bad words. All words are good, bad, nothing. But there's some people that get upset when you use certain words. So if you're going to use those words, look at the person first and try to guess if they're that kind of person. Sometimes you can offend somebody when you weren't even trying to. Like there's certain phrases, certain statements that if you're going to say them, you should say them without stopping in the middle. Certain things, if you're going to say them, don't clear your throat in the middle. Okay? You don't want to say things like, there are too many black people suffering from discrimination. We need to stop the Jews from feeling excluded. I once fucked a baby and and then I fucked him again. So I want to get through that one. Otherwise, people get the wrong idea. They'll think you only fucked that baby once. But it's tricky, you know, if you're trying to teach your kids right from wrong, you got to choose a side often because not everybody agrees on what's right and wrong. So how do you know, Like abortion, some people think it's murder. Some people don't. I think people should get abortions, like a lot, like as many as you can. You should try to get a lot of abortions.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, I think abortion is, here's what I think. This is what I think. Here's what I think. I think you should not get an abortion unless you need one. In which case, you better get one. I mean, seriously. If you need an abortion, you better get one. Don't fuck around. And hurry. That's not getting an abortion that you need is like not taking a shit. That's how bad that is. It's like not taking a shit. That's what I think. I think abortion is exactly like taking a shit. I think it is 100% the exact same thing as taking a shit. Or it isn't. It isn't. It's either taking a shit or it's killing a baby. It's only one of those two things. It's no other things. So if you didn't like hearing that it's like taking a shit, you think it's killing a baby. That's the only other one you get to have. Which means you should be holding a sign in front of the place. People hate abortion protesters. They're so shrill and awful. They think babies are being murdered. What are they supposed to be like? I don't know, it's not cool. I don't want to be a dick about it, though. I don't want to ruin their day as they murder several babies all the time. I don't think it's killing a baby. I don't. I mean, it's a little bit killing a baby. It's a little bit. It's 100% killing a baby. It's totally killing a whole baby. But I think that women should be allowed to kill babies. That's what I think. They should be allowed to kill babies. Yeah. We kill babies! Let's do some shots and kill some babies. I killed like 4 babies last night. It was fucking retarded. I just think it has to be one or the other. You know, like when people say abortion should be legal, safe, and rare. Why rare if it should be legal? If it should be legal, it's shitting. If it should be rare, it's murdering babies. But again, women should be, because 2 reasons I think women should be allowed to kill babies. Number 1, I don't think life is that important. It's just not. It is not. People get too excited about life. Oh, life, fuck you. It's not that. It's. Make a list of every shitty thing ever that's in life. Life is okay. I like life. I like it. I don't need it. I'd be fine without it. I like life, though. I do. You know how much I like life? I have never killed myself. That's how much I like it. That's exactly how much I like it, with a razor-thin margin. I like it precisely enough to not kill myself. It's an option, though. It's totally an option. I mean, I'm 49. I have 2 kids. I've flipped through the brochure a few times. I've thought of killing myself just to win an argument. You're not supposed to talk about suicide, even to your shrink. Of suicide, and you're like, no, because if I say yes, you'll press a button and folks will run in and hold him down. But you should be able to talk about it. The whole world is just made of people who didn't kill themselves today. That's who's here. Is all of us that went, okay, I'll fucking keep doing it. Because it's an interesting thing about life. Life can get very difficult, very sad, very upsetting, but you don't have to do it. You really don't have to do it. You don't have to do anything. You never have to do anything because you can kill yourself. If they send you a letter from motor vehicles, you have to come in and, no, I don't. I'll kill myself. You can do that. You can do that once. But you can do it. And it's interesting because even when life gets bad, people generally choose it over nothing. Even the worst versions of life, even a shitty, shitty life is worth living, apparently, because folks are living the fuck out of them. You ever seen somebody, you're like, he should kill himself. Why? You ever been driving and you look at the next car and you're like, oh shit, I wish I hadn't looked in that car. That was difficult to glance at, let alone being it. Just a guy in a tan car. Nobody chooses tan. Nobody picks tan for their car. They give you tan. Is that mine? Yeah, it's yours, fucking loser. Made it tan. They shouldn't even make tan cars. It's mean to make them. You look over, you see a guy in a tan car with just dents all over it and a garbage bag for a window. What is holding up his suicide? What is delaying it? What is keeping him from stopping being that? And what would it take? What would it take? What would it take? Both windows are garbage bags? Seriously, do you know how much misery is involved in a garbage bag for a window? Do you know how many separate moments of shit misery? They canceled my insurance, broke my window, duct tape. Here's the truth. Running away will not solve your problems. That's totally true. But killing yourself solves all your problems. It actually does. It even solves world problems. For you. What about ISIS? Kill yourself. Then they'll never get you. Seriously, if everybody who's afraid of ISIS kills themselves right now, then ISIS loses. Because they live in a world of people that don't give a shit. We're gonna cut his head off. Okay. It's not fun now. I think the worst thing about being beheaded is that you look really dumb right after. That's the worst part. They go like that, and you're like, just that's fucking dopey. I don't think they like beheading bald people because they can't do this thing. That's the best part. They gotta go like this. It's not as cool. So just shave the top of your head and you won't have to worry about it. So that's the first reason. That's the first reason I think women should be allowed to kill babies. because life is not so important. Second reason is because that's their job. Women have to decide who lives and dies. That's because they're the female of the species. In the reproductive arena, that's what the female does. They are the selectors. They have to decide this. We give them this responsibility when we fuck them. We go, here, you decide what to do with this shit. See you later. And she has to figure out if you should have kids, if she should have. That's her job, because women have judgment. Men have intent. Men just want to spray the world with their cum, just mist. More of me! More of me! It's her job to go, that's enough of you, I think. No, that's really enough. I don't think that face needs to repeat. I've seen your father, and it's not getting better. And sometimes she doesn't realize this until after you fuck her. That's actually when she really knows, is when you're like, yeah! And she's like, I'm not having this piece of shit's baby. And that's why abortion is the last line of defense against shitty people in the species. So we need them to abort every shitty baby. I mean, all animals do this. Animals do it late. Eat this one. But when is it okay? When should they be allowed? When it's in their pussy that whole time. It's in her pussy. If there's a dude in your pussy, you get to kill him. I think that's pretty fundamental. You're allowed to kill people if they're in your house. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks. How you doing? Good. Nice to be here. Nice to be in Aspen. My name's Louis. I live in New York. And I like New York. It's the only city where you actually have to say things like, hey, that's mine, don't pee on that, you know? Usually you don't need that phrase. I did something really stupid the other day. I went to buy groceries at a supermarket, and I forgot to have money. Have you ever done that? I was totally broke. And I didn't realize till the guy had bagged all my stuff and everything. And he says, $85? And I said, I don't have any money. And he's like, what, you don't have enough money? No, I don't have any money at all. And he didn't know what to do. He's like, well, you want to, some of your stuff back? Is that what you're saying? Put it all back, I think. The worst thing is I didn't know how to leave. You know, it's like, well, see you later. I had fun picking his stuff out anyway. I got a boner shop in here. Thanks, man. I always get in these embarrassing situations. Like, you know when you tell somebody a story, then a week later you tell them the same story again because you forgot? And by this time, you've added a bunch of lies to it, and you've embellished it. The other day, I was telling a guy a funny story about something that happened to me, and it was true, but it didn't really happen to me. It happened to somebody else. I was just lying and saying it was me. And all of a sudden, I realized that I was talking to the guy that it happened to. And he's like, that wasn't you, that was me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Oh, I thought that happened to me. Shit. So I got kind of lonely last night. I ended up calling one of those phone sex numbers. You ever call those? You know, like 1-900-BIG-TITS or whatever it is, you know? 1-900-BIG-OLD-FLOPPITY-TITTIES. You know those lines you call. And I always end up talking to some woman who's like 55 and her name is Blanche or something, you know? It's like,
I'm gonna take your trousers off very slowly. And then I'm gonna play with your balls.
sounds like a threat. Stay away from my balls, lady. I'll call the police. I gotta do something, though. It's ridiculous. It's been so long for me since I've had any real sex that even now when I masturbate, I don't have any point of reference for the fantasy, you know? Like now when I masturbate, I just fantasize about, other times I masturbated. That's all I really have in that song. Oh, yeah, my old apartment. Yeah, that was a good one. I was in jail about a week ago because I drive, but I don't have a driver's license. So I had to go to jail, and I had to be strip searched at this jail. And so I'm staying naked in front of this cop, and he looks at me and he just says, "All right, lift." And I was like, "Lift what?" And he says, "Lift your testicles." And I was like, "Well, can I use my hands? Or do you just want me to go, rise, testicles! Rise on my command! Look at my great red hairy balls and fear me! Mira mis cojones grandes y pelirrojos! So that was a bad night. Sorry. You ever wear a bathing suit because you ran out of clean underwear? I better not do that. I did that once. I was on a date with a girl and I was wearing a bathing suit under my pants because I didn't have laundry. And she wouldn't have known except for I had that white string flapping outside my fly the whole time. And she's like, "What, do you have a tampon in there? What the hell are you doing? You're a loser." Yes. The other night I woke up in the middle of the night and my hand was asleep. Has this ever happened to you? Because I was sleeping like this for whatever reason. And I woke up and my shoulder hurt like a motherfucker. And I took out my hand and it was like white and I couldn't feel it. And I'm pinching it really fucking hard. I couldn't feel, I'm breaking the fingers and nothing. It was dead. So you know what I did? I put it on my penis so it would feel like somebody else. You know? And it worked. But then I thought, shit, I got some guy's hand on my dick. I don't want some dead guy's hand on my dick. Get that out of here. Sex is weird, though. You know when you're having sex with somebody, you start to make those noises. You know those sexual noises? You ever feel weird about the noises you make during sex? You ever listen to yourself and go like, where the fuck did I pick that one up? What the hell was that? Because sometimes you make the oddest noises. You really get into it, you're like, woo! That'd be fun to make that noise with somebody that you're having sex with for the very first time, you know? After all the tension that built up to it, right at the moment of passion, you go, just to watch their face going, shit. Fuck, man, another one. It's important to make those noises, though. They're very important because the reason we moan during sex is to guide your partner. You're there. It's kind of like a homing device, you know? It's kind of like if a woman is doing something to my nipples during sex or during a boating accident or whatever, doesn't matter exactly when. If she's doing something to my nipples, I usually want to say to her, you're really wasting your time, honestly. You might as well be licking my wallet. There's just nothing there. Just fucking blow it off, you know? But that would be rude, you know? So you just moan less at the nipple. You just kind of do that holding pattern bullshit moan. It's like, oh, whatever, you know? And then if she starts to move lower, ha, 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 yes! Genius! You know what would be fun to do one time when you're having sex with somebody? Don't make any noise at all. Just lie there perfectly still. And then right at the moment of orgasm, you just look at them and you go. I had sex with this woman once, and she turned out to be a complete nymphomaniac. And I always thought I'd want to be with a nymphomaniac, but it was really a nightmare. You know? Because she wanted to just keep going and going. And the sex was really hard work, too, because she was like just grabbing me, pulling me in there, going, come on, fuck me, come on! Come on, you redheaded faggot, do it, come on! You know. And I'm just, whoa, like a big dildo. All right, whatever. All right. So we're done, finally, and I'm like really tired, you know? And she looks at me and she goes, let's do it again.
Like creepy like that, you know? Let's do it again. And I was like, all right. So we do it again. She's like, come on, fuck it, you know? And now we're done, and I'm just dead. I'm a bag of shit lying there. I got nothing. And she says, let's do it again. And I was like, why? Really? I mean, we accomplished the thing. What is there, a prize? What are we doing here? So we did it again, and this time from behind, which is good for me, because I can't hide the pain in my face anymore. It's impossible. And then she starts getting into it, right? And she starts, like, backing into me really hard. She's going like, bam! 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 And it really fucking hurt a lot. So I had to say something, you know? So I said, hey, take it easy. It's the most polite thing I could think of, you know? I didn't want to say, hey, don't back your snatch into me so hard. You're gonna rip my dick off, you fucking lunatic. Hi, Mom. Anyway, I think sex is a great thing. I think that everybody should be allowed to have all the kinds of sex they want, you know? I would never let a woman spank me, though, because I always be afraid that then I gotta go buy hoods and magazines, and it's like skiing, you go broke on that shit, you know? But I don't understand people that are intolerant of certain sex. Like one guy came up to me once and in the middle of the street and told me I was wearing a faggy shirt. What the hell does that mean? Total stranger walks up to me. Hey, nice faggy shirt, you faggot! What the hell does that mean? I remember the shirt I was wearing, it was pink and it had these little pictures of guys blowing each other on it, you know, like sort of right? But the thing is, though, people just don't, like, I was talking to a friend of mine once about another guy, and I said, is he gay? And my friend said, oh yeah, he's really gay. What the hell does that mean? How do you get to be really gay? Are there many levels? Do you start out just a little bit gay? Like, you know, I feel like I'm coming down with the queers a little bit today. I just feel a little bit queer. I just feel like touching a penis like this. And then one day you're taking it up the ass, you're jerking off two guys and blowing somebody all at the same time. And you go, wow, I'm really gay. I am very homosexual. Look at all these penises. I'm the gayest man in the world. I am faggotor. No one is gayer than me. Thank you very much. You've been a pleasure. Good night.
Hey, I got a call today. My phone rang and I answered it. I didn't recognize the number. I said hello, and the person said, "Please hold for the president." I was like, "What?" And then a voice comes on. It sounded like the president, and he's like, "Oh, it's President Obama." And I said, "No, that's not you." And he goes, "Yes, it is." And I said, "No, there's no way the president would ever call me." So he goes, all right, we'll just hang up and call the White House and ask for me and you'll get through it. Maybe they'll convince you. So I said, okay, and I hung up. And I Googled the White House. And I got like the main number and I called and said, hi, this guy was calling me. He said he was the president. My name's Louis. And she put me through. So all of a sudden, I'm talking to the president. And I said, well, what can I do for you? And he goes, I don't know, what's up? And he said, where are you? I said, I'm in Phoenix. And he said, I heard they're all fags there. I know. And I was like, first of all, Phoenix is not known for that. Second of all, who says fags? Like, who says just fags? And then beyond that, how dare you, Mr. President? And he says, so go tell everybody who's going to believe you, you fat douche. And he hung up. I was really surprised. That's what I would do. If I was the president, I would just bother people. I would fly around the country, go to like Wisconsin, go to some guy's house at 3 a.m. and just drink out of the milk carton. So tell everybody, just piss on the floor. Who's gonna believe you? Yeah, go tell everybody the president pissed on your floor at 3 a.m. Go ahead.
To me, that would be the whole point of being president. Is getting to do that. The other night, my wife sent me to Walgreens to get toilet paper because we were out of toilet paper because I had thrown it all in the garbage so I could get out of the house. So I'm driving to Walgreens, it was nighttime, and I'm driving, and then I see a deer, and fucking hate deer. I hate them because they're everywhere up there. I used to live in the city, and I loved deer then because I was this liberal in the city, and I'd see deer, and you know, you're driving with your friends out to the country, and you see a deer, and everybody's like, oh my God, turn off the car, don't scare the deer. It's just so beautiful. Look at the beautiful deer. Look how he looks around. It's just so mysterious, beautiful. God gave us a gift, everybody. Just enjoy it. Just enjoy the gift of the beautiful deer. But now I live, and deer are in my fucking yard every day, and they suck. They're just rats with hooves. They don't matter. They have ticks that give you Lyme disease, and they shit everywhere, and they make a noise. Did you know that? They go, oh, they're assholes. They're shit animals. I go out every morning and throw rocks at them, and I try really hard to hit them on the head with rocks. And they don't care. They're like, they don't care. I don't have a gun, but if I did, I would shoot a baby deer in the mouth and feel nothing. I wouldn't feel anything. I just go, oh look, he's dead. That's interesting. I guess that's what happens when you shoot him in the fucking mouth. I go out of my way to kill a deer. I would happily blow 20 guys in an alley with bleedy dicks so I could get AIDS and then fuck a deer and kill it with my AIDS. I would do that in a second. I mean it. I mean it. So I see this deer, and this is how dumb these deer. I hit him with the headlights, and he does that whole thing, and then he won't just go. He's like, "Can I go? Is it okay if I go?" Like and I'm like, "Fucking go! Go!" He's like, "Go!" Like, just go! And then I get close, and I try to kind of get away from him, and then I see him, and he looks at me, and he panics. I swear, and he ran and smashed his body into my fucking car. Like, just destroyed my mirror, just shattered my mirror, broke his neck. I heard him break his own fucking neck, and then he just dragged his stupid deer head into the woods, and he died. And I'm glad he's dead. I was glad right away. I got out of my car, I did, and I yelled into the woods, I'm glad you're dead, you fucking idiot! I hope your dear wife finds you dead and dies of a broken heart. Hope your dear baby starved to death. You broke my mirror, you faggot, cunt, nigger deer. So I go to Walgreens. I just kept going. My daughter was having a dance thing at her school. They had this big dance. Anyway, we all went, all the parents, and everybody's there, and everybody's got their phone. Every single parent. It was an amazing thing to watch, because kids are dancing, and every parent is standing there like this. Every single person was blocking their vision of their actual child with their phone. And the kids, I went over by the stage, and the kids, there's people holding iPads in front of their faces. It looked like we're all in the witness protection program. Like the kids can't see their parents. And everybody's watching a shitty movie of something that's happening 10 feet. Like, look at your fucking kid. The resolution on the kid is unbelievable. If you just look, it's totally HD. Why are you taping this? You're never gonna watch it. In a million years, you're not gonna watch videos of your kids doing shit you missed the first time it happened.
You don't watch it, you just put it on Facebook. Here, you watch it. I want to take a nap now. And then you get to read all the comments. Oh my God! It's so cute! And guess what? They're not watching it either. They're not watching the video. These kids are dancing for no one. Nobody watches the videos on your Facebook. They see the first frame of a kid and they go, that's very nice. Okay, back to this. Nobody's watching your kids' videos on Facebook, I promise you. I'll prove it to you. Next time you tape your kids dance, take 1 second of it and then add 20 minutes of just your own asshole. Just go in the bathroom and just record your own anus opening and closing for 20 minutes. Tack it on to your kid dancing for a second and put that on Facebook. Everybody will write the same thing. That's adorable. I think I see a future star. Yeah. I live in New York City, and it's okay there. I live in a nice building. I never lived in a nice place before. When I was growing up, I had no money. I mean, my mom didn't. Didn't matter. I was a child. But I'm not used to it because it's nice. There's like a pretty courtyard with flowers and a fountain with little marble boys pissing. I don't know. What is it with fountains? Like, all fountain sculptors are pedophiles, basically. You can't get a fountain made without... Can you make me a fountain? Yes, I'll get started right away. Oh, yes! Yes! It's finished! And it's just little boys pissing on the face of a Greek god that looks like him a lot. Piss on me forever! Anyway, there's one of those in the courtyard of my building. And my first week in the building about a year ago, I went down to the courtyard for the first time. And I didn't look too good, you know. It was a Sunday morning. That's my least presentable hour. There's a lot of, you know, just stains, just like, you know, food and me and whatever. And so I'm sitting there. So, shut up. Oh. Anyway, but so there I was. I'm sitting on the stone bench of this courtyard and feeling a little out of place. You know, there's these fancy doormen and stuff. And then there's this guy looking at me. I notice he's looking at me from across the courtyard. And he's all spiffy looking. He's got brown shoes and he's looking at me like, I could tell he was thinking I don't live in the building. He thinks I just wandered in off the street and sat in the courtyard. I could tell he's thinking of coming over and dealing with me on his own. And I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, please do that. Yes, please, come on. And I'm trying to look even more gross. And I'm like pulling up my shirt. And then I see him go, oh, no, that's not going to do at all. And he comes over to me. And I'm like, I'm so excited to have this thing. The confrontation where I'm not wrong at all. And he thinks I am. So he comes over, says, excuse me, do you live in this building? And I said, no. Because why not start there? I said, no. He goes, well, then what are you doing here? And I said, I just need to rest. I'm having a hard time. He says, this is private property. And I said, well, I don't really believe in that. You know, just the worst things I could say from his point of view is basically all the things I was saying.
And he goes, well, if you don't leave, I'm going to talk to the doorman. I was like, can I just stay like 5 more hours? So he's, no. And he goes over to the doorman. And I see him talking about me to the doorman like this. And then I see the doorman going, oh, no, that guy lives here. That's okay. And the look on his face, it was just so, it was this beautiful cocktail of anger and confusion. It's like I had invented a new way to hurt somebody's feelings. That's how excited I was.